Have you ever wondered what happened if an ancient human got lost? Not lost with a dead phone battery or a broken GPS, but truly lost in a world with no roads, no maps, and no one coming to help. Today, getting lost is usually an inconvenience. 50,000 years ago, it could be a death sentence. Imagine waking up in the middle of an unfamiliar landscape. The group you traveled with is gone. There are no buildings on the horizon, no signs, no trails, just endless wilderness stretching in every direction. For an ancient human, this situation would trigger something immediate and powerful. Fear, but not the kind of fear most of us experience today. This was survival fear, the kind that sharpened every sense and demanded action. Ancient humans depended heavily on their groups. Anthropologists believe most hunter-gatherer bands were small, often only a few dozen people. Your group was your protection, your food source, your knowledge base, and your family. Losing contact with them meant losing almost everything. The first challenge would not be food. It would not even be shelter. It would be orientation. Where am I? Which direction did I come from? Where's home? Modern humans often underestimate how skilled ancient people were at navigating. They lived in their environments every day. They paid attention to landmarks, rivers, mountains, animal paths, and the position of the sun. Studies of traditional hunter-gatherer societies have shown remarkable navigation abilities compared to people living in modern cities. Their survival depended on it. An ancient human would immediately begin searching for clues. Maybe a distinctive rock formation, maybe a river that looked familiar, maybe the direction of the sunrise compared to where camp had been the previous morning. Every detail mattered. But what if none of those clues worked? What if the landscape looked completely unfamiliar? This is where things become fascinating. Humans possess an ability called cognitive mapping. The psychologist Edward Tolman proposed that animals and humans build mental maps of their surroundings rather than simply memorizing routes. Ancient humans likely relied on these mental maps constantly. Instead of thinking, turn left at the tree and right at the river, they may have held an entire landscape inside their minds. Even so, mistakes happened. Storms could disorient people. Darkness could hide landmarks. Hunting an animal for hours might lead someone far beyond familiar territory. And every extra hour lost increased the danger. As the sun moved lower, a new problem would appear: night. Modern cities have lights everywhere. Ancient humans faced darkness that was almost complete. Predators became more active. Temperatures often dropped. Visibility disappeared. If home could not be found before sunset, survival priorities would change immediately. Instead of finding the group, finding safety became the goal. A sheltered location, a climbable tree, a protected area near rocks, anything that reduced risk until morning. Yet the greatest threat may not have been hunger, predators, or weather. It may have been panic. Psychologists know that panic narrows thinking. It causes rushed decisions and poor judgment. The same thing happens today when hikers become lost. Many survival experts teach a simple principle: stop moving, calm down, and think. Ancient humans may not have called it psychology, but they understood its value. The individuals who remained calm were more likely to survive and eventually reunite with their groups. The ones who ran blindly through unfamiliar terrain often made their situation worse. In a strange way, getting lost physically reveals something about getting lost mentally. Humans hate uncertainty. When we don't know where we are, where we're going, or what happens next, our brains become uncomfortable. We want answers immediately. We want certainty immediately, but certainty is often unavailable. Ancient humans face this reality constantly. They learned to function despite uncertainty. They had to, and maybe that's the biggest lesson hidden inside this ancient survival problem. Most of us rarely get lost in forests anymore, but we get lost in careers. We get lost in relationships. We get lost in decisions about the future. We look around and realize we no longer know exactly where we are or where we're headed. And just like those ancient humans, our first instinct is often panic. Yet the solution is surprisingly similar. Slow down, observe carefully, look for patterns, trust the information you do have instead of obsessing over the information you don't. Because whether you're standing alone in a prehistoric wilderness or facing uncertainty in modern life, the path home is rarely found by running faster, but by seeing more clearly.